Greetings to you and the viewers. And I think that the war of the similar productions with the United States of America, with China, that it will determine the fate of the economic war between China and the West. It is a final attempt from the West to stop the process of advancement of China in the military fields and the artificial intelligence and the IT technology. We're talking about a new package that affects 140 Chinese entity in a very difficult moment that China that imported around in 2024 around 126 million US dollar in this field in establishing factories that are bigger in China to confront the trade war that is expected. Either Trump had won the presidency and the arrival of the Republic Party in the next year. And I think that China wants to exit from the fierce hegemony of the West. We're talking about the electronic flagship that enabled the world to use a technology of a small size, either the mobile that we are using or even some of the advanced technology in the military aircraft of the fifth generation. And we are talking about the artificial intelligence. And I think that the West wish to dominate the advancements in this field and to avoid China to enter in this field through the conflict or the dominations about the manufacturing, the microchips, either the nanometer that are very fast, complicated, or to get it from the company from the South Korea or Holland, Netherlands or Taiwan. And I think there is a gap between China and these countries in producing the semi-flagships, despite the increased production of this complicated industry, that China imports around a third of the world's need of such.
Then how do you think, sir, could China respond to the new US chip curbs?
I think that China will confront such sanctions, and even when the elect President Trump returned back to the presidency in January, or through a new wave of sanctions. And I think that China is fully prepared in confronting these sanctions, and among of which is imposing the fees of selection of the Chinese importers from the West, either from Europe or the United States. And I think that there are some sort of manipulation of such sanctions, and through the third parties who might buy these machinery from the Western companies. And I think this would require an accurate follow-up of the US sanctions. And I think there is a great history of manipulation on such penalties of the Chinese firms through which they can continue.
Mr. Shobaki, how effective really are China's export restrictions on gallium, germanium and graphite as countermeasures?
I think that the restrictions are limited of the high sophisticated technological materials that enter in feeding the artificial intelligence that is relating also and some other technological stuff such as the military. To clarify, for more clarifying that the main goal from the United States to dominate the technology that China seems is a bit retaliated in this field, and I think it is in the future would prevent China to export industries and technologies that serve several fields, and these industries are going to be limited from the Western countries that they can produce these ships. This challenge will be at stake, particularly that China announced that reach the 7 nanometer of microchips that can be used in the electronical industries of mobiles, and I think this was a surprise for the West, as China is allocated a great budget to develop this sector, to support itself in this industry, and I think this matter is a challenge for the Western countries.